This is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Polish Roads, and there are three versions of this map actually available to us. We have the autumn, winter, and summer versions because apparently Poland doesn't have a spring. They only have 3 seasons available to them. So we'll start off in the summer version of the map at the default location. And right now, I feel fancy, so we're going to get a Bruckle Legrand Lux B6. That's the fanciest vehicle you can get, and you get it in the cream color, and it's just perfect. So what are we gonna do with my fancy looks? We're gonna drive it around some. We start in front of this boxed-in area, and inside the boxed-in area, we have a building. So let's enter the building, and then we're gonna do a slide and hit our butt into the wall. Ooh, and actually, you know what? I think I hit that first wall as I entered the building ever so lightly, and that's how I lost my left mirror, I think. Because I just noticed it was gone, and I have no idea how else it'd be gone. All right, this thing's not driving too well, so let's finish it off. I see a nice shiny wall to slide into, get that slow-mo going, and got it. I look like a bad hit, actually. That thing is not going to drive, is it? No, it has been immobilized, so here's a look at the damage. And then we can go ahead and reset the vehicle. Now, the difference between the summer and the autumn versions is kind of minor compared to the winter one, which looks completely different. For example, we're now in the autumn version. Yeah, we were at the summer at the start, but now we're in autumn, and you can tell because the trees are a little bit yellower. And that right there was kind of amazing. This car drove 60 miles per hour in reverse, smashed into the wall, and it still drives. Oh, this isn't my store. I went to the wrong store. I'm looking for the store that destroys cars, not the one that sells goods. Full speed ahead and drag that butt. I always like it when a front-wheel drive car just drags along the rear end, even though it does not want to be there. A little bit of crash into that pole. Actually, we crashed more into the curb than the pole, it looked like. Either way, that has fully immobilized the vehicle. And we got some good damage on it, that is for sure. But it is done now, so we gotta reset it. And we'll continue exploring this area, but I don't want to be driving down the exact same road I came from. So we'll do a little 180 right here, and then we'll drive along in this direction. And as we drive, I want you guys to get a good look at the buildings around us, because I do not recognize them from any other map, so I'm assuming they were custom made for this map. And also, one thing that's funny about the curbs is you can climb up on them like this all day. You're not going to have any problems doing that. But if you slide into the curb, you're going to have some problems. So I guess I should demonstrate what I mean. So climbing like this, no problem. Sliding like this, that can cause some problems. Like right there, we just burst our left tire from doing that, even though climbing them is so easy. And yes, that does negatively affect the vehicle a lot because it's a front-wheel drive car. I'm going to do my best to keep driving it. So we're going to get out of the building area and into the wilderness for a little bit. We have a train track right here, which we're going to be flying over at about 70 miles per hour. We actually got a little bit of airtime there. That's good. Ooh, that's more airtime than I bargained for. Oh, it's like it's pulling me towards the sign. I do not want to hit that. That was close. All right, so all I got to do is I got to straighten this thing out, and we're good. Car is actually still drivable. I thought it might get ruined from the train tracks. We flew just enough, I guess, to not get severely damaged. And we're almost to the next building area in this map, so we gotta slow this thing down because before we take a look at the buildings, I wanna go and take a look at the basketball court over here. So I'm gonna walk along the path like a normal human being would do. Then we enter the area and we do a little bit of basketball. When we're done, we leave the area and try to find the road in the most unnatural way possible, but there is the road. So let's go fast. I see a roundabout up there. Can we go straight through the roundabout? No, we cannot. And trying that has killed the car, so we'll go ahead and bring it back a little bit. And now I want to swap this out for a vehicle that comes with the map. There are actually a handful of vehicles that come with the map. One of them is the PRFD, which means Polish Roads Fire Department. Unfortunately, though, there are no fires for you to put out. It doesn't matter if it's autumn or if it's winter, there are just simply no fires. And I'm okay with that because that gives me more time to cruise around. And you notice, when the trees are dead, it's easier to cut through the roundabout. I think you could cut through it when the trees are nice and green, but boy, was it easy right now when the trees look like sticks. And I should also demonstrate, it's slicker in wintertime. You see the car's sliding quite a bit and the electronic stability controls kicking on all the time. Also, there's a cool little statue over there sitting on a pedestal, and it has a few different roads you can walk up to see it, but that's one of those things we don't want to get too close to it because it doesn't look as good when you get real close. Also, there are the buildings around us. Completely different design from the ones we saw before. And again, I'm pretty sure they are custom designed for the map. And you can see the roads around here are a different design than the ones we were at earlier. Before, it was more of a grid setup. Where this one's more of like a spider web where you have roads going in every which direction. So I like that there's a variety to not only the building designs, but the roads around them as well. But we're now leaving the area of the building, so full speed ahead. Oh, and that was actually a bump. I thought it was like a shadow from a tree. No, that was a bump in the road. You notice the brake lights coming on? That's not me. That is the electronic stability control trying to keep me from crashing. I know what I'm doing. Stop blinking at me. You know what? I'll show you what a crash is. I'm gonna go get some gas and fail miserably at it. And now the car is broken, and it's all thanks to you, electronic stability control. Thankfully though, there is a vehicle for just this situation. If we go to the H series, there is a Polish road service vehicle. And it should work excellently for towing my vehicle to the repair shop if it wasn't stuck inside the sign. So I'll just teleport it right there. And then to get my car onto it, we'll do one more teleportation. And we are ready to go. So let's make our way over to the repair shop. And can we actually go through this corner? Oh, yes, we can. Look at that churning radius. T-Series can't do that. T-Series dreams of having the churning radius of the H series. And then we got to get this thing into the repair shop. There's the repair shop. Drifting entry. Ooh, that actually worked out pretty well. We just back it up a bit and we'll stop it right here and pull the car off, and it is in the repair shop. Now, if you actually recognize this building, this is the building you get when you're in the main menu and you hit go to the garage. And it's being reused on the map, so I thought that was kind of funny. And it could totally work as a repair shop based on what it looks like. So we'll get my extra truck out of here. And then now let's work on repairing this thing. So you see that area that's crunched in? First thing we gotta do is uncrunch that. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that part and just pull it. Nope, well, that didn't work out. The fender just fell off. Gonna try that again. Grab and pull and pull and pull and pull. Did it work? No, it did not. So we need to pull more and more. Okay, did it work that time? Well, I think it got worse, actually. Turns out I am not certified to repair things. And just pulling and pulling and pulling does not seem to work. Like, look, the tire fell off now. Apparently, I'm pulling the wrong things. One last big pull. Actually, there we go. It's fixed. That should work fine now. All we gotta do is just get it back onto its wheels. So we'll do a little bit of teleportation, and it's back on its wheels and ready to go. Turns out I did know what I was doing when I tried to repair the car. Why did I ever doubt myself? I don't need you anymore, tow truck. You're done. Oh yeah, there are bus stops along this road too that you can use the bus routes on. I'll be doing that a little bit later. Right now though, we gonna drive on this dirt road right here, which I just overshot a bit. I forgot the ground was slick. I hit the brakes and we didn't exactly slow down. We just kept going and going. And it's like, well, hold up a minute. That's not supposed to happen. When I hit the brakes, the car's supposed to stop. I have a fear if I go too fast, I'll slam on the brakes and we just won't stop and we'll fly into a tree because I don't have room to miss around here. If I go too fast, it's game over. We need a new car and I'm trying to get through this with just one car. This road right here. Once we're off this road, it's free to be wrecked, but I want to get back to the main road using just it. Whoa, don't you slide into that overpass. See, stuff like that, that's where it scares you. The car starts to slide and you're getting closer and closer to a wall you don't want to hit. But there is the main road, so we made it. And I just drove through a tree. Apparently, you can do that. I think the buildings themselves are custom made for the map. And would you look at that? There's a tree in the middle of the road. I gotta go around that. Oh, shoot. I should not have tried to go around that. I have just ruined this car. That back right wheel is not supposed to look like that. Not at all. I'm trying to drive this thing. It's basically hopeless here, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and abandon this car right here and let's get a brand new one. We're going to go with the Polish driving school version of the Abishu Pesima. And you can see the paint job on this thing has words I don't understand. I'm assuming it just says simple stuff like student driver, stay back. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is a manual transmission car. I might roll backwards. Just stay away from me, basically, because I will do stupid stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think winter is the best time to learn how to drive. I think summer is the best time to learn how to drive because then you don't have to worry about the slick roads possibly making you spin out and crash. And when you're an unexperienced driver, you need as little risk as possible. That's why we only student drive during the summer, and oh my goodness. I just took off a mirror again. I did that at the start of the video and I'm doing it now. And once again though, we took off the mirror. No damage to the rest of the vehicle. Neither of those were intentional though. Both times I just got really lucky. So let's pretend here I'm a student driver. and I got a GPS system on, and it says in a half mile, turn left. But I don't have a good sense of distance. I think, oh, there's my left turn, and I turn left into wherever this is, and I trust my GPS a little too much. And I'm flying through the air, and the instructor finally looks up from his phone. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I went the wrong way. I'm sorry, Mr. Instructor. So now the instructor's like, stop driving. This is not safe. And I'm like, don't worry, man. I got this. See, we're back on the road, Mr. Instructor. And the instructor, he's just like, I'm done with you. Drop me off at my fancy house right up the street, because that's where the GPS was telling us to go anyways. And I'm like, okay, but I gotta go fast over these train tracks. Got a little bit of airtime, but no damage. The instructor's furious, like, don't mess with my car suspension flying through the air and all this nonsense. Just drop me off at home. I'm like, all right, we're going home. I'm gonna drop you off in your house. And he's like, stop here. Hold on, we're not in the house yet. And then I wreck his car up a little bit more. That was not actually part of the plan. We're actually stuck here, so the instructor can't get out of the car even. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's say, I'm trying to drop my instructor off, and we drop him off right inside of his house. Which apparently is not the way you're supposed to do it, is what he's telling me right now. And he's also telling me not to do donuts in the middle of his house, but he can't stop me. But I'm a nice guy, so I'll stop. And I'll instead crash into the glass that is so strong, it ruins the car. Actually, the instructor gets out the car, but secretly I cloned the car. And there's another car out here, and this one's mine. But with no instructor to tell me what to do, I'm reckless. I've already crashed the rear of the vehicle, and now I'm gonna drive in ways I shouldn't be driving, like over here. This is the bus route, yet here I am driving it with a normal car. Well, this isn't right now, is it? So we should try going a different direction. So we've already been to the right. That's the town we started in. So we're gonna go to the left because there's another area that you have yet to see. This is more of a kind of suburb area with a bunch of regular houses. Although some of them are a little bit strange. You'll see why in a minute. We gotta make our way there, and we have no instructor to tell us to slow down so we can go fast. Another train track right here. Let's get airborne. Oh, I like how the trunk popped open as we flew. That was kind of cool. But we're going much faster than we should. In fact, we're going so fast, poor innocent driver doesn't know how to control the vehicle. They lose control, and then they crash into a sign at 90 miles per hour, and they completely ruin the vehicle. Now, here's the problem, though. There was only one driving instructor car. So the driving instructor, he has to go and buy a new car, and he's out of money because this guy's blowing up all his cars, so he gets a much cheaper car this time. He gets an old Ibishu Covet to teach kids how to drive. And this thing is slightly stuck inside the sign, so I'm going to move it over here. And now, driving instructor, still not here. Yet I have his new car. Don't question the little details. I'm working on the details, and I'll iron those out later on. Point is, we got a car. We got houses on stilts. What we're going to do is we're going to drive under the house with stilts and then smoosh the roof. I like doing that. It just changes the shape of the car a little bit, and I don't know if teleporting the car will save the damage. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I can never remember if it will. All right, we're good. It looks sportier this way. It's more of a slope roof line. Driving capabilities? Flawless. This thing is completely unharmed except for the cosmetic damage to the roof. I like that. We should do another video where I crush the roof of a car as much as possible. That's a fun thing to do. Can we fit under this building? Oh, no, we cannot. I have definitely misshapen the roof, though. Still drives? Does it drive good? Is the next part of the question. And yeah, it does drive good. So that's kind of the suburb area. Over here, we have a industrial area right next to the houses. And we can kind of use this as like an industrial playground to drive around the dirt roads on. Very good for sliding all over the place and doing some nonsense like driving into a building only to drive out of it a half second later. Yeah, totally pointless, but it's fun to do. You know, that'd actually be a good corner for like a time trial because you have to slow down a lot and you have to be nice and precise to get through it. Now, going back to the story, my dude, he has a serious concussion from those first two impacts. And he has not really realized it yet. He doesn't even know where he is, to be honest, and he crashes again. At this point, his car brakes. He's like, oh no, I need to call a tow truck. But with his concussion, he accidentally calls an ambulance. The ambulance gets here. He's like, well, you got way more than a concussion. You need to go straight to the emergency room. So the ambulance picks him up, and then they take him to the emergency room, but it takes so long to get to the emergency room. Before you know it, summer's gone. Now it's autumn again. Good news is the ambulance driver wastes absolutely no time whatsoever. They drive fast and aggressively. Yeah, there's a person in the back who's getting bounced around. They don't care. Although it is kind of interesting that this ambulance uses just the regular van, not ambulance-shaped ambulance. I assume that's just a regional thing. Maybe in Poland, this is just what ambulances look like more than the other one. Although, man, this road is bumpy and it's causing some issues. So you know what? Let's take a different route. Maybe this one will be a little less bumpy. Yeah, totally. The dirt road is going to be less bumpy than the paved road. It's not going to be. I lied. We're going to try doing some off-roading with the ambulance as my dude in the back with the concussions just getting bounced around more. And he's not strapped in, so he's just getting more concussions and more concussions. Except, at least he can't get a concussion now because we're stuck. I think we need to unstuck this vehicle. And there's a couple of ways to do this. We're going to do it the fun way. We're going to grab a custom Ibishu hopper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull it out of here. Except it's stuck inside the tree. That's no good. So I'm going to move it over here. And actually, what I should have done is moved it in front of the ambulance. I just wasn't thinking right there. So we'll move it in front of the ambulance with a little bit of manual driving. It is an off-road vehicle. It can do that. And now, to pull the ambulance, we need something fun. We're going to grab the giant chain. And we're going to chain the hopper to the ambulance. And hopefully, it'll be able to pull it out of the ditch. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach the chain right to the front right here. I don't know if that's actually attaching to the frame of the vehicle or if it's attaching to a part that can fly off. I think it's a part that can fly off, but it might be sturdy enough to pull us out of here. We're going to see what happens. First off, let's get the slack out of the chain. All right, that's good. And the camera is freaking out, so I cannot be the hopper. I gotta let the AI do the hopper. That sounds like a plan. We'll tell the AI to go in whatever direction they want because this map does support the AI. And now I'm gonna floor it as well. And does this work? So far, the answer is no, but the hoppers, oh, they're smart. Look at this. They actually are letting the chain go slack and then pulling it taut to try to like yank us out of here. And that did work. That's not the safest way to use a chain like this, mind you. That is very unsafe. That's how you break things, but it worked. That's what's important. And we're going to keep getting pulled along here because it does not seem like this thing could drive on its own. Also, the engine is starting to overheat. That is bad. Thankfully, with the hopper pulling me, though, it is cooling off the engine a bit. And this is actually working really well. I could totally do a whole video where I'm just getting pulled along by the AI in an off-road course where I have no right to be there because this is kind of fun. Or just being pulled by the AI in general. Seems like it'd be something fun to do. And oh no! They took off my front bumper! And they're still going. I don't know if I can make it through this water on my own. Come on. Oh, it's not happening. We're stuck. We're stuck. And I need to stop revving this engine. It's overheating and damaging itself. So Hopper, what are you doing? You need to slow down for a minute here. And I'm just going to go ahead and teleport this thing back to the ambulance. And we need a new chain. So I'll just grab another giant chain. This one will be the XL one. And I don't even know where this thing is, to be honest. Where is it? Oh, there it is. All right, that thing looks like it's stuck in the ground. So I'm going to teleport it up into the air to make sure it's not stuck in the ground. And where is it? All right, that's going to work fine as it bounces around like a snake. So I'll grab this side, and this side will be the one we want to attach to my vehicle. And I think with the camera freaking out, it freaks out to the second vehicle you attach. So if I want to control the ambulance, I need to attach it to the ambulance first. And actually, we did not break off the whole front bumper, just like the front grille, basically. Now we got this second part, which we got attached to the hopper. A lot of chain here, and I can't exactly find the very tip of it, but it's close enough. There's like 1 or 2 chains after this. And we'll stick this on right to the rear of the hopper, although I do not like that the chain is getting stuck inside that tire. That could cause some issues here. I'm going to see what happens when we try to drive it. So, flooring it. The chain is a little stuck inside the tire. That is bad. Oh, I tried to make it better. I made it worse, but then I made it better in the end. Okay, we're good. So now the hopper, we can just floor it. I don't got to do anything else with that, although the chain is freaking out the camera. Hopper is now stuck, so how about the ambulance giving it a little more extra power? Oh, this is not going well. We are still stuck here. All right, maybe we'll go back to the hopper, and we need to realign it a bit. Maybe let the chain get some slack, and then yank it out of there. So I'm trying to back it up without the chain getting stuck in the tires. That's about all I can do. We'll floor it with the ambulance, and then Hopper, go. Come on. Come on, go. Get some power down. All right, try it again. Go again. Come on, get that guy out of there. There we go, he's free. That actually worked, awesome, okay. What I need to do is go back to the ambulance. I need to tell AI to continue driving in whatever direction they want, because right now the hopper's going in a straight line. That is bad. They're actually a little bit stuck right there. They're making progress though. So I'm getting pulled along. Try to go back onto the actual road instead of being on the side, although it almost seems like it's safer to be in the grass than the actual road because the road is some thick sand that just sinks you down. The sides, though, it's compacted and you can actually drive on it. Oh, where are they going? Hold up. I think that is actually just basically a circle. Yeah, it's gonna go in a circle. That is not the way to the hospital, my dude. So to get to the hospital, we're gonna tell them to stop. And then I'll just drive this thing manually. I guess it's probably gonna be the best way. Hopefully it doesn't overheat in the process. That is one fear of mine. Or it could just be stuck. It's actually completely stuck and the engine is overheating. It's gonna blow up soon, so I'll just reset it and then we'll try to drive out of here. Come on, get some traction. Please. You know, it's pointed the wrong way anyways. How about we just give it a little bit of help? I'm gonna just rotate the back around so it's pointed in the direction I want to go and see if that gets me some traction. Come on, let's go, ambulance. We gotta save this man. What's ambulance? I just realized that it's spelled Polishly. Is Polishly a word? I don't know, but you know, I mean, it's not a regular American ambulance because it's an ambulance. Also, the phone number apparently is 999 in Poland. Not the good old 911 that I'm used to. Although the color scheme is surprisingly similar. Like, it's kind of both the white on red. Interesting. Kind of makes me wonder, what country had the first ambulance, and then what was the first ambulance with this kind of color? Anyways, we are back on the paved roads. However, we've basically made no progress. You might recognize this road. We were here before we went straight. This time, though, we're going to take the highway that goes straight to the hospital. Why didn't we do this the first time? There really was no good reason. Let's just say the road was closed. Now the road's open. It was some really fast road construction. Although, there still is some road construction going on, and I want to look at that road construction. So there's the road construction. We got to stop this ambulance and maybe hop it. No, it's not going to hop over that, unfortunately. So to take a closer look at the road construction, we're going to need a new vehicle. For the new vehicle, let's grab another one that is specifically for Poland. We've actually done both of the H series, so that's not going to work. How about a D series? I think there is a Polish one of those. Yeah, the PRFD. Another PFRD. We've had a PFRD before, and it is stuck inside the wall. I don't care. I just want to get it down here, down by the construction so we can drive around this because I thought it was kind of neat to look at. So we have like two roads here, and then one of them is blocked off and being constructed on, and this one is like a temporary road, I guess, that's just there until the other road is good to go. At least that's what it looks like to me, because this looks like a really haphazard kind of road, where the other one looked a lot more official. Now, if you wanted to, because you're the PRFD, you could totally do this. It is completely legal as long as you are the PRFD. You can go off of the road and then onto the construction area and drive on that. And then what we can do is we can hit that jump, get a little bit of airtime, and see what happens. I don't know if we're going to hit the bridge or if we're going to make it through. Not going to be going too fast, so we're not going to hit the bridge, I don't think. It's just a little airtime. Although we did still hit the bridge because we were bouncing so much. So that's all I wanted to do down there. We're going to go back up here to the ambulance. It is stuck inside of the road, so we'll move it back a bit. And it is still stuck inside the road. I got to get this thing off of the bridge, I guess, to make sure it's completely drivable. There we go. So we got to do some extra driving here, but at least it gives us more time to get to speed. We can probably go over 100 miles per hour in an ambulance. That does not sound safe or reasonable, but it should be possible. We are now up to about 80 miles per hour, still pulling pretty well, 90 miles per hour. Let's get that 100, there we go. Anything else we get is just bonus, 110. So this is so unsafe. If you're in an ambulance going this fast, it better be the world's biggest emergency, because you're putting everybody else on the road at risk driving this fast, and also yourself at risk. If you crash this thing, everybody in the ambulance is probably going to get severely injured. And you know what? This is not the road to the hospital like I thought it was. This is the road to the road construction that ruins ambulances. Very easy mistake to make. And the ambulance is on fire. That is bad. We need to fix that. So let's get another PRFD, because they are made for putting out fires. Except we are stuck in a tree, aren't we? Oh, yes, we are. Can't put out fires when you're stuck in a tree. We got to teleport this thing out of the tree. So I'll teleport it right there, and, well, with the teleportation, I kind of forgot about that fire. Instead of taking out the fire, we're going to go on an exploration. You know, that actually would be a really neat mod, though, is if there was actually a thing that could shoot water to put out fires. That would be an amazing mod. I do not know, however, if it is technically possible with the tools available to you as a modder. It might just be something that would have to be incorporated at a more lower level that only the actual developers of the game could do. I do not know, but that would be awesome. Oh, by the way, we're driving on the roof of some buildings. I don't know if you noticed that yet. I was so distracted with my other thoughts that, yeah, I was just driving along without thinking. Now we got to get off of the roof, though. There is a ramp to get us off, but we got to find it. It's kind of hidden. There it is. Got to line up the vehicle to the best of my abilities to make sure we can actually get off of this thing safely. So that looks like pretty good alignment. Now we need to get up some speed and back this thing up as far as we can almost. And then we'll go ahead and be nice and careful. I'm not really flooring it too hard. And that worked perfect. That was super smooth. There's probably absolutely no damage to this thing whatsoever, but just in case there was, I am gonna freshen this thing up. Just a tap of the reset. We are good to go. And now I want to use the ramp to get back on top of the building, which is a little more difficult because you gotta manage the bumps. So flooring it. And just barely, but also super smooth. Now off the building in the dangerous way. That was kind of weird. Something is acting up with my computer. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it seemed like the sound happened a lot after the crash happened. That was just strange. Huh. Anyways, though, we are pretty much done with this video. I also wanted to give you guys a quick look at the sawmill over here, which has some buildings just kind of strewn about. And that's going to do it for this video. Till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. And remember, if you like or dislike this video, I will know. My pet skunk, he gives me a daily newsletter that tells me when people don't dislike or like a video. So do the right thing, and I'll see you next time.